Welcome back to the Scroll of Atankharzim for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming.
With our initial defense perimeter in Marnakh established, the Nerendum continues its efforts to maintain and repair the Knossos. Almost all of the preliminary work is now complete, and Dr. Rafa has isolated the components that require replacement. Our emissaries to Delta Serpentis have reported that each of these components can be satisfactorily replaced or bypassed using equivalent components from Project Gateway, which is news of great excitement to our research team. Unfortunately, the mostly Terran executive staff of Project Gateway have proven stubbornly intransigent in our negotiations. They have agreed to spare several of the smaller, non-critical components, but at least one major required component was recently completed at great expense and effort, and the project is unwilling to part with it. The Terran governor of Delta Serpentis supports their decision, so this matter will likely be escalated to the GVTA General Assembly. As you know, the Nerendum detected two stable jump nodes in Marnakh during its preliminary survey of the system. Our analysts have determined that the two Shivan traders you destroyed on your initial sortie were attempting to flee to one of these nodes, and Admiral Hepzit greatly desires to know what might be on the other side. In normal circumstances, we would send an AWACS with escort through the node to conduct long-range scans, but the Tacitor is the only AWACS in the 8th battle group equipped with the electromagnetic spectral diffractor array, and its presence is required at the Knossos to shield our cruiser deployment. Because of the need to maintain absolute secrecy for as long as possible, we will conduct short-range reconnaissance with stealth fighters instead.
Anyway, this is the 6th mission of the campaign, Through the Looking Glass.
At 538 hours this morning, Zeta 1 deployed through the jump node as Section 1 of today's operation. Zeta 1's orders were to hold position at the far side of the node, transmit sensor readings, and monitor the area for Shivan activity. We have identified Zeta 1's location as Alpha Nerezi, a binary star system. Although her sensors are a poor substitute for a scientific survey, available jump trajectories indicate the presence of several planetary bodies and possibly an asteroid belt. No Shivan vessels have appeared near the node, but these sites hold the potential for additional Shivan activity. You 4 pilots will comprise Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta Wings of Section Sinte. You will each deploy to Alpha Nerezi in top-class stealth fighters and investigate one of 4 jump destinations that Zeta 1 has selected. Zeta 1, Lieutenant Commander Kaya, is an experienced pilot and squadron leader. She will have command authority for the duration of this operation, and she will monitor your sensor logs and provide tactical oversight from her position near the node. Your mission objectives are limited to gathering sensor readings and intelligence. If you encounter Shivan vessels, you may scan them at Zeta 1's discretion, but do not engage in combat. Note well, stealth is key to this mission, pilots. Alpha Nerezi is a hostile system. You will be alone and without reinforcements. More than that, though, is a risk that the Shivans will commit more forces to investigating Marnakh if they discover our presence in Alpha Nerezi. Avoid detection at all costs. Admiral Hepzit and Commodore Glubble have agreed that the risk inherent in this mission is justified by the intelligence that will improve our long-term strategic position at the Knossos. Ensure that their judgment is not in error.
Yes, sir. Primary objectives: rendezvous with Zeta 1. Yoink. Alright, seems good. Let's hit it. Hello, Zeta 1.
Contact confirmed. Alice, I see them now. It is good to see you, pilots. The sooner we can complete this operation, the sooner we can return to Marnakh.
Yes, sir.
4. I do not fear this place.
It is not midday that we must fear. Beta 1, but the blazing sun above. I have your assignments here. Each of you will proceed to a point of interest and investigate any Shivan activity. Remain at a distance of at least 300 meters from any Shivan ships to avoid detection. You may be able to approach closer from the flank, but do not rely on it. Alpha, you will investigate a gas giant. Beta, there is a moon system that requires attention. Gamma, proceed to the following coordinates and monitor the area for Shivan traffic. And for Delta, I wish you to scout out a possible asteroid belt. Transmitting data now. I will contact you shortly.
Jumping to Site Alpha. So we got in-mission subspace jumps now. Huh.
This is Zeta 1. Your signal is weak. Alpha, adjusting buffers. There. I need to establish contact with the other team members. Scout the area and wait for further instruction.
Well, I have distance contacts in the direction of the planet. Not right on it, a little off to the left.
Receiving data stream. I see we have radar contacts at extreme range. You must investigate immediately, but with caution. We cannot predict what the Shivans might be doing here in Alpha Nerysai. I have marked the new coordinates with the navigation buoy on your HUD. Please calculate a new jump trajectory and proceed to this location.
Oh, that's neat. I wonder what would happen if I flew all the way there without jumping. Not gonna try it would take forever. Might make that into bonus content in the simulator later, I don't know. Time-lapse it, maybe. Alright, jump is calculated, let's hit it. Okay, wow, that's a lot of Shivans.
I see what you're seeing, Alpha 1. It seems our enemy is well established in this sector. We need to know what the Shivans are doing here. Alpha 1, please begin a short-range patrol of the area.
Copy, Zeta 1.
Target each ship in the area and close to within 2 or 3 kilometers for an accurate reading. Your computer will indicate when it has recorded the necessary data. Recall, stay at least 300 meters from patrolling fighters and sentry platforms. We cannot afford to be detected.
Cool, proximity monitor. Press Alt-X. There we go.
A high-tonnage operation. I wonder where those freighters are headed.
presumably to all those cargo containers. Let's find out what that's about.
Numerous fighters are patrolling the area. Recording them may allow us to determine their flight patterns.
Copy, Zeta 1.
Your targeting computer has identified 2 distinct formations of cargo containers. I am marking these with virtual navigation points on your HUD. There is an unusual stockpile of factory units present. Alpha, we need a scan of one of these containers.
Copy. Alright, so the thing on my monitor is a sentry gun, so all I have to do is not...
As I suspected, volatile gases. Running this through to the palace now. Thank you, Alpha. The sentry gun emplacements are unusual, much more massive than typical for the Shivans. Logging this sighting with the palace.
Alright, fighter patrol closing fast. Need to head for the other cargo cluster.
Receiving a new contact in your area. Please record this vessel at your first opportunity.
Oh, that's a sentry gun. Just circumnavigate that. I'm being overly cautious. As long as I'm within 300 meters of the sentry, I'll be fine. And it's not moving.
SFR acronym identified. Scan one of the acronym's cargo containers. Alpha. Be cautious, however. Sagittarius wing is approaching the acronym.
Maybe if I can...
Very good, Alpha. The palace will want to know about these mineral ores. Some of them are quite rare.
Still need to make my way over this way. There's a lot of gas miners.
Alpha, there are a large number of logistics vessels conducting operations near the secondary cluster. Do not neglect them in your reconnaissance.
Awful lot of proximity going on here. Why did I not record Marnakh 2?
A cornucopia of gas miners, and this is but one convoy. Alpha 1, be advised, there is a situation developing here. The SCV Renault has jumped in 5,000 meters from my position. It appears to be headed towards the Marnakh node.
Oh boy.
I must inform the other patrols. Stand by for further instructions. Zeta 1 out.
Oh boy, I do not like this.
Alpha 1, we cannot allow the Reynolds to enter Marnakh. The Shivans will discover our forces in that system, and you and I will be left without egress from this place. What we require is a distraction. A malfunction during a gas miner docking operation should draw the Corvette's attention. Approach the secondary cargo cluster, and make haste. Destroying a container while a gas transfer is in progress should disrupt the operation quite effectively. Unfortunately, it will be necessary to do this from close range. Make your way inside the secondary cluster while avoiding the fighter patrols and sentries.
This guy docking or something?
Excellent work, Alpha 1. Now, locate a cargo container to which a gas miner has docked and is transferring gas. Once within 100 meters of the container, destroy it.
Here's one dock to that.
Use short controlled bursts to destroy the container. Prolonged fire will lead to your detection. Alpha 1, you have been detected. Do not attempt to engage the Shivans. Return to my position immediately. I will contact the palace and request further instructions.
That blows! Alright, so we will start at Zeta's developing situation. And we'll try that again.
Alpha 1, be advised. There is a situation developing here.
Alright, we're just gonna get in there and we're gonna try to figure this out.
The SCP Reynolds has jumped in 5,000 meters from my position. It appears to be headed towards the Marnakh node. I must inform the other patrols. Stand by for further instructions. Zeta 1 out.
That was close.
Alpha 1, we cannot allow the rebels to enter Marnakh. The Shivans will discover our forces in that system, and you and I will be left without egress from this place. What we require is a distraction. A malfunction during a gas mine or docking operation should draw the Corvette's attention. Approach the secondary cargo cluster, and make haste. Destroying a container while a gas transfer is in progress should disrupt the operation quite effectively. Unfortunately, it will be necessary to do this from close range. Make your way inside the secondary cluster while avoiding the fighter patrols and sentries. Excellent work, Alpha 1. Now, locate a cargo container to which a gas miner has docked and is transferring gas. Once within 100 meters of the container, destroy it. Use short controlled bursts to destroy the container. Prolonged fire will lead to your detection.
Wonder if that's been long enough.
Superb, Alpha 1. Now remove yourself from the cluster quickly but discreetly.
Okay.
The Marnakh is diverting from the node. A great performance, Alpha 1.
Oh, good.
Withdraw to a safe distance. 2,000 meters should be far enough. Then return to my location. The other scouts have already rallied to the node.
Alright, I am out. That's doubtless that Corvette arriving. Bye-bye.
Welcome back, pilot. It seems that you and Lieutenant Kenai may well have averted a potential strategic catastrophe. By diverting the SCV Marnakh to the cargo depot, you prevented the Corvette from jumping to Marnakh and possibly discovering our position at the Knossos portal. You also provided a window of opportunity for the reconnaissance team to return from their patrols. It is not likely that they could have escaped detection at the node with the Marnakh in the vicinity. Well done. It is unknown, of course, whether the Marnakh would have actually detected our presence in Marnakh had it entered the system. There has been no indication that the Shivans are able to penetrate the Tacitor's ESD coverage, especially from long range. However, without being certain of the Marnakh's destination in Marnakh, it is better to be safe than sorry. And your little distraction has the additional benefit that the Shivans will now be focusing their attentions on Alpha Nerezai, at least in the short term. Nevertheless, it has become clear that the question is no longer whether the Shivans will detect our forces in Marnakh, but when they will do so. We must therefore continue our efforts to fortify our defense perimeter at the Knossos, suppress any Shivan outposts that could be located, and misdirect the Shivan's attention in whatever manner Command deems prudent. Command has taken note of the new sentry gun configuration encountered on your patrol, designated as SG Erebus. Delta 1 also detected a number of these platforms and was able to obtain a close-range scan. This information has been added to the Tech Room database. A small team here in Beta Cygni is analyzing the data on the SAC-3 cargo containers taken from your flight computer. The composition of the gases from Alpha Nerezai 6 is valuable knowledge, not just for the material wealth the planet offers, but also as insight into the Shivans' motivations and objectives here. Your readings of the Akahem's cargo are being evaluated by one of the science vessels stationed alongside the Nepet. Our geologists will no doubt wish to track down the source of the Akahem's ores for future exploitation. A summary report on Alpha Nerezai, based on your and the rest of the Recon team's findings, will be passed on to Admiral Hepsit and the senior officers of the Nepet for strategic evaluation.
Alright, no recommendations. 1 total kill. And we know what it was. It was a SAC 3 container. So, that was Through the Looking Glass, the 6th mission of the Scroll of Atankharzim campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming, signing off.